There is a reason you may have been feeling more protective of your time lately. And before you call it selfishness, listen carefully. Maybe you don't want to answer every message anymore. Maybe you are becoming more selective about who gets access to your energy. Maybe you are finally realizing that being available to everyone has left very little of you for yourself. If you've been here before, you already know these messages are meant to give you a moment to pause and reconnect with God. And if you're new here, stay with me, because Archangel Michael's message today is about something many people learn only after years of exhaustion. Your time is part of your life, and you have to decide where you give it. You can earn money again. You can replace certain possessions. You can recover from many mistakes, but you cannot get yesterday back. Yet, so many people spend their days giving their most valuable resource to things that leave them empty. Endless arguments, constant scrolling, gossip, people who only call when they need something, conversations that never lead anywhere, worry about situations they cannot control. And then, at the end of the day, they wonder why they have no energy left for their own dreams. Archangel Michael has traditionally been associated with courage, protection, and strength. And today's message is a reminder that protection isn't always about defending yourself from something dramatic. Sometimes protection means deciding what you will no longer give your attention to. You don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to attend every argument. You don't have to explain every decision. You don't have to be available every hour, simply because someone expects you to be. There is a difference between being loving and being constantly accessible. You can care about people and still have limits. You can help others without destroying yourself in the process. And perhaps God is teaching you that lesson right now. Maybe you've spent years believing that saying no makes you a bad person. Maybe you feel guilty when you rest. Maybe you feel responsible for everyone's emotions. Someone is upset, and you immediately think you have to fix it. Someone is disappointed, and you assume you did something wrong. Someone needs something, and you feel guilty if you cannot provide it. But listen carefully. You are not responsible for carrying every emotion that enters the room. You can be compassionate without becoming consumed. You can listen without taking every problem home with you. You can support someone without becoming responsible for their choices. That boundary can change your life. And if you're watching this from the United States or anywhere else, maybe your days are already packed with work, family responsibilities, bills, traffic, notifications, and the constant pressure to keep up. The world rewards speed, but your soul needs moments of stillness. You can be productive and still be spiritually exhausted. You can look successful on the outside while feeling completely disconnected inside. That's why you need to protect moments where you can be quiet, pray, think, and simply breathe. Don't wait until you're completely burned out before you give yourself permission to slow down. You don't need to earn rest by destroying yourself first. Rest is not laziness. Rest is how you recover enough strength to continue. Michael's message also asks you to look at what has been consuming your attention. What do you think about the moment you wake up? What do you reach for when you feel uncomfortable? What conversations do you repeatedly replay? What kind of content fills your mind every day? Because what you repeatedly consume eventually influences how you see your life. If your mind is constantly exposed to fear, comparison, anger, and negativity, peace becomes harder to recognize. Protecting your mind doesn't mean pretending problems don't exist. It means choosing carefully what deserves a permanent place inside your thoughts. Not every headline deserves your anxiety. Not every comment deserves your reaction. Not every person's opinion deserves a response. And not every problem needs to be solved today. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, "I will deal with this when the time comes." That isn't avoidance when you have genuinely handled what belongs to today. It is wisdom. You may also need to stop giving your future away to your past. Think about how much time you spend worrying about something that already happened. You cannot change the conversation. You cannot undo the mistake. You cannot make someone choose differently. You cannot return to the moment before the disappointment. But you can decide how much more of your life that moment receives. Learn the lesson. Take responsibility where necessary. Forgive yourself where possible. And continue. Your past deserves to be remembered as a teacher, not worshipped as a permanent authority. And perhaps there is a dream you've been postponing because you keep telling yourself you don't have enough time. You may be waiting for the perfect schedule, perfect confidence, perfect finances, or perfect circumstances. But most meaningful things are built inside imperfect circumstances. Give 30 minutes to the goal. Read a few pages. Learn the skill. Make the call. Write the plan. Take the first step. You don't need to find 5 free hours if you can consistently protect 30 minutes. Your future is often hidden inside the small pieces of time you keep giving away. That's why today's message is not simply protect your peace. It is also protect your future. Every hour you spend on something has an opportunity cost. Every yes means you're saying no to something else. Choose carefully. If you've been part of this community for a while, you already know we're not here just to hear encouraging words and forget them 5 minutes later. Take one idea from this message and use it today. And if you're new here, welcome to this space of faith and encouragement. If this message is speaking to you, tap the like button. That small action helps this message reach another person who may be struggling with the same invisible exhaustion. And comment, "I protect my peace," if you're ready to become more intentional about where your time and energy go. Now take a slow breath and pray with me. God, teach me to protect the life you have given me. Give me wisdom to know what deserves my time, courage to say no when necessary, and compassion without losing myself. Archangel Michael, guard my mind from unnecessary fear and strengthen me to protect my peace, my purpose, and my future. Help me use my time wisely and walk each day with intention. Amen. Take another breath. You don't have to change your entire life tonight. Start with one boundary. 1 hour without unnecessary noise. One conversation you choose not to argue about. One evening where you put the phone down and become present with your life. One morning where you pray before reaching for the world. Small changes become powerful when you repeat them. If you are ready to protect your peace and your future, comment, "I protect my peace." If you believe God is guiding you toward a more intentional life, write, "Amen." And share this message with someone who is always giving their energy to everyone else. They may need permission to take some of it back. If these messages help you reconnect with faith, subscribe or follow and stay connected. Whether you've been here from the beginning or this is your first message, you're part of this growing community. And I hope you return whenever you need a reminder to slow down and remember what truly matters. Before you leave, remember this. Protecting your peace isn't about becoming cold. It's about becoming intentional. Protecting your time isn't about becoming selfish. It's about understanding that your life has value, and protecting your future means refusing to spend every present moment feeding distractions that will mean nothing later. May God give you wisdom about where your energy belongs, courage to create healthy boundaries, discipline to pursue what matters, and peace when you choose not to participate in unnecessary chaos. May Archangel Michael remind you to stand firmly, protect what is valuable, and stop giving your attention to every battle that asks for it. Your time is your life. Spend it with purpose, protect it with wisdom, and give more of it to the things that bring you closer to God, closer to your purpose, and closer to the person you are becoming.